After we finish the sending the verification code, we have to create another route to verify the user. So we add it here. I'm going to create it here. Let's call it verify phone number. Then let's create another request. We call it make request. I will call this verify phone number request. To use it here, verify phone number request. This one we take two parameter. One is phone number, require, and this one we can let's say we can check the phone number is exists in here. So let's say this one SMS class, get class SMS verification. Oops, this one you have to use new state. Like this, that import space. Okay, and then we can remove this. Let's say this phone number must be exist in SMS class with we have to compare with the phone number field like this. Okay, and then we need another verification code. Let's say code require min 6. Let's say max min 6. Okay, and then let's go back to register controller here. Alright, after that we first what we do here, first we check if user is already verified. Second, we check if SMS or phone number a given is exists in SMS verification table. For third, we gonna check if expire date is in the past. Okay, and then if those three condition above is true, we gonna update user to verify. And then we remove SMS code. Remove SMS code from table. And then another 1.6 we gonna after everything is ready, usually we do the auto login, right? So we gonna authorize the token back to the spawn. Okay, I think that's all for this flow. So let's go to move all these, and then let's inject the user service here. Okay, and then we gonna go to this service. I'm gonna minimize this. Okay, and first we gonna check public function check is user verified. So let's pass the phone number, string phone number, and then let's say user where phone number equal to this phone number, that we get this if user, let's say equal to null. Return, I'm gonna return as array, and then we will let's say status file. This one should be the message. Let's say message, but this one we gonna use the key here and here. Let's say user not exist. User is not exist. You can just enter the message here without using this one. Let's say user not exist, and then if user exists, let's return status true. Oops, but we need to check if user verified too. If user verify at doesn't equal to null, it means user exists. So let's return it means user verify, so let's return a status true, and user, return a user here, and another one if above condition does not make, the return this one status equal to. I think here we did it wrong. Make sure one function only do one job for best practice, so let's create another function here, and we call is check is user exists, like this. This one, pass the phone number here instead. If user exists, return status true, and message not a message, just return user object. User, okay, let's say check if user is exists. Okay, after check the user we need to check if user is verified or not. This one we take the user model instead. This one shall remove this. We check this if equal to null, false. This one just return the boolean. We need to just something like the user verify at does that equal no. Okay, this should be work. This one should be return the boolean. Okay, check if user is verified. Okay. So let's go back to here. I think we have another one. 0 here. Check if user exists like this. So first is user exists, service user existed, phone number, let's say data here. I think we to shorten the controller we can wrap it some function in here. So let's say we not gonna shorten this because if we shorten too much code we don't know what's it work, I guess. So let's just put it here. User exists. Okay, if check here if user status if user is exists. Oops. If it does not exist, just return this error. Let's say here, and then let's key. So this one is user message. Okay, and then let's check another one. Let's say is user verify. User verify. Service is user verify. User. Okay. If it's not verified, turn this error with message here. I think we duplicate code again. I'm gonna create another function called public function validate verify phone request. So let's this one take verify phone request here. Okay, and then let's copy all this in here. maybe say data quest validated here. So I forgot to pass to this one. We use this is user verify. We need to pass the phone number here. Okay, if user exists, is not exist. Okay, so this one I'm gonna say, this one I'm not gonna use the key in API message here. I'm gonna hard code the message instead. Let's say user is not exist. And then let's go back to here. Okay, return. Let's just status like this. Let's just return user exists. Okay, and then next we check user is verified. So I'm gonna check it here. A user verified. If not, verify. This one we use the same. Oh, this one. Okay. If user verify is not verified, this one is already verified. We return status false message. User is already verified. No need to verify again. Okay. Check this, it look better, I guess. Next we gonna check this one. I will remove all this first. Check is SMS phone number is exists, and then next we gonna check public function is SMS verification exists. Okay, this one tag 2. I will say string phone number. Another one is code, and then let's SMS verification where phone number equal to the phone number and the code equal to the code here first. Okay, then we check is SMS exists, is not null, else this one is exists, status true. Then we pass back the SMS. This one is false. Then we pass the message back. let's say invalid phone number or verification code. Alright, this one, let's say check if SMS verification is exists. This one should return type as an array. Okay, and then we check it here again, the second one. SMS exists. SMS exists. Then we pass data, phone number, and then we pass the code. If SMS exists, so we check the status too. Okay, is it not exist, we return the whole thing here. We just return the SMS like this. If it exists, and then let's move on to the third one. So what we're gonna check is this SMS is expired or not. In here, since we store the expired date as the carbon object, so you can call here, this one, you can call the method inside the carbon in it. So let's check is if SMS exists, SMS expire at is passed like this. If the expire is in the past, let's return status false. Message, let's say verification code is already expired. Okay, now we finish the third one. Let's go to fourth. That user is verified. So I think this function should only contain this code. So is all of this validate is true. So the default we gonna return the status is true, and we gonna pass back the user exists, user, and then we pass back the SMS exists, SMS like this. Okay, to that let's comment this, validate verification request. Okay, this one we call something like this, validated service, validate verify phone, pass back the request. Okay, alright, so we move on to the fourth step, update user to verify. So this one we can call we check first status here is false. Return this error with message, and this one we we should create another function. Let's just say error message. It's just like this, I guess. This one we only pass the message here, or you can pass it the same, but this one we should send a message here directly. Okay, and this one, let's see, like this. Actually, for better user experience, you should correct the error code, not always for 402 like this. But this one is a demo project, so I'm not gonna cover all of this. Okay, like this. Then let's just error message this. Then this one, no need to pass the data, just say null string. Okay, like this. This one actually you don't need to. Okay, error message. Alright, let's go back and then just send a validate message like this. Okay, let's go to the for this one. Update user to verify our validate here. We pass back the user class, user model, so we can call it like this. Let me check first. User verify it. Okay, verify it equal to now, and then we sell. Just say cut this user like this. Okay, after that we go to the fifth part. Remove SMS from the table, so this one we pass back the SMS model too, so just call delete from here. Okay, and then the sixth part, we also write a token back to the response. Alright. Okay, after that we gonna authorize the token, create a token back to the response. So to create a token, we use token equal to user, and then use the method create token, and then I will call it user token. This kind of static variable, you should call it as define a parameter in the model instead, so it easier to access it later. So I will create public constant user token like this, and then I'm gonna use it here, user token like this. So as a token we can just return the response. This one is we should send back the data here. Let's say access token. You can get it from the token here, access token. And then let's send back the user. Okay. And then we should send back the message. So let's go back to API message here. Let's say register user verify. Let's say your account has been verified successfully. Okay. Alright, so pass it here. I think everything should pass, so let's test this route. Let's comment it look more clean like this. Verify phone number. This one should return response. Alright, so let's go back to our API. We're gonna create another route called post verify user register controller plus verify phone number. Okay, this one I will define the name user.verify. So let's go back to our this one and create another one. We'll call it verify user. Check that route, is it work? Okay, verify user like this. And then this one we need two params. The one is body, another one is code. Okay, let's check invalid phone number or verified. Okay, so let's check our route, is it work or not. This it should be not exist. The selected phone number is invalid. This check back here. Oops. Okay. Right. This one, let's check the code. The code is SMS here. Okay, pass it here. Its pass is on string, so we got another problem to check when we check the expire date. this one. In here, let's change back a bit. This one. Let's check. Let's use carbon, and we use pass here. We pass it like this, and we check its path. Okay, let's run the code again. Okay, it is expire. Okay, so let's change this that time a bit. I'm gonna change this to 20, I guess, like this. Okay, test it again. Personal second. Oh, I forgot that we refresh the migration. I forgot to generate the passport again. Passport personal access client. So to create it, use PHP listen make passport client and data personal. This you can add any name here. Okay, then just run it again. Oops, it's already verified, so let's go back here. I think should be removed already. Okay, add it back. Set role. This one should be like this. And expire that. Okay. Check it again. Alright, so everything work. Okay, and this one should be deleted again. Alright, this route should be work now. And then let's go to login part. I'm gonna create another controller. Let's add a controller and make controller. Let's say API auth login controller. In this controller we have one function called login and another one we will call it public function logout, and we will have another one we will call it login with token. Okay, alright, so let's create a request. I'm gonna create a request, make request auth login request. Okay, this one should be login request, and then we use username to login. Say username require password require. Alright, so in here first we check. Let's go back here. I'm gonna use user service and let's check our service. Alright, first we gonna query our user. Let's say user where I think to make it dynamic, I think we should use something like this. Let's say this one. Let's say where array. Okay. This one should be where. Alright. Then we change a bit here. So we say where like this. Then we can say something like this. Phone number. This. Okay. Alright, so this one should be here. Okay. Alright, so this one we pass it where like this. So and then we check first. User exists. Service. Let's add another function here to make it look better. Let's say public function validate login request. Okay, this one we take the login request as parameter. Data call to request. We get data here, and then first we check user one. We check is user exists. Second one we check is user account is verified. Third we check is password correct. Fourth we create user token. We return the response. Okay, so this one I'm gonna a user exists, so let's check here. Is a user exists. Let's say user exists. User exists. This is user exists, and then we pass phone, username, data, username, password, not the password, just username, and then first. Okay, if user exists, status false, return, let's just say return status false, then message, let's say invalid username or password. I think this one should be the only message we return. We should not return the sensitive message like user is not exist, password is not match, specific. It is not good because it's in the login path. We should only send this kind of message. So second, we gonna check this account is verified. If user, let's say here, user equal user exists, user is this one. I think just one line, we don't need it, I guess. Right, but I'm already wrote it, so just use it. If this user is verified, user is not verified, return this again. And then if we check the first one, this one, oops, this one we check is verified. The third one is password correct. How do we check this? First, we should create another function here. Let's say public function is I think we don't need another lines because we not use it. Let's say here is password match. Let's say hash hash. This one check we have to pass the hash. This one we check the first password. So the password is from the data here, and compare it with the hash we created in the user. So set password here is match. Let's say it is not match. Return this again. Actually, you can return specific message if you want. Fourth, okay, I think this one should enough because it is in the validate and this two is not. So let's return status here true. Then user. Alright, so I'm gonna move this to this one. So let's say validated service, validate login request, the request here is validate status is not, return this error with message. I think just send this. Okay, this one should send the validated message, and if it correct, so let's first create token. We use validated user. Let's say this user. Okay, and then we create a token. User create token, then token name we can access from the user here. User token. Okay, and then we return a response. So return this success with message, and then we return by the access token access token, and then return by the user. Alright, so this is the login function. Shorten this one, login, respond. Alright, so let's go to the next route, right function here, login with token. The login with token here, we just need to send back send back the user. So let return this. This route will be protected by auth, so we don't need to check anything else, just return back the user. Success with message. This one you can say I forgot to add the message. Let's go to API MSG, login success. You have been logged in successfully. Okay. Alright, so this one just return back the user. Auth user. This auth should be auth like this, or you can use the helper like this. It is the same. And this one just pass back login success. Login with token. Respond. Okay, another one is logout. So this one, this route also is gonna protect by auth too. This one you can revoke the token, but usually delete the token instead. So let's do it first. We gonna say token to access the token object from user. We use user token equal to user. Auth user token like this, and then the token ID is the ID of the token we get from here. And another one is this one, and in the refresh token too, but I'm gonna delete from here. So we pass this code db, and this one we pass token like this. Okay, and then let's return back the response. Return this error success with message. Just return a null, and then message should be, let's go back to here, logout success. You have been logged out successfully. Okay, then go back here, let's say logout success. Alright, so this one, just let's comment this, respond logout user. Alright, so let's go back to our API file, and we gonna create the route here. Route this one we will have post login, and then we use the login controller class login. Anyway, we shorten the import. This one I will name it user.login. And another two route we use middleware, so I'm gonna group it. Middleware is auth. Let's check our config auth here. Okay, this one should be our auth. Okay, just go back here and then pass it here. Function. And then we have another route called get logout, login controller, logout. Okay, I will name this user.logout. I think we can this one all as user, so I'm gonna put this inside here. Okay, and I'm gonna remove this, remove all of this. Alright, so we have another route called post, and then this one I will call login with token, login controller class, login with token, name login with token. Okay, now we have our route here. Just here. Okay, let's check our route first. Go back to here. We run this one. Okay, this one we can check another one. So route list v. Okay, this one we can see the let's say except render here, and then we have another v here. Okay, we will see the middleware. This one API, this one authenticate user. So now we done. Let's test this 3 route we haven't tested yet. Then let's create another one called login. The login should be this one. Login with username and password. This one should be password. first on array, so let's check back. We have problem here. This one should not be called first here. Okay, let's go back. Invalid username and password. So let's check here. I forgot already what the password is. Let's check back. Register. Okay, the password here. Login. Oh, username. Gentil. Okay, let's test our route again. Check this. Not working. Go back here and check. First we check user here. tt user exists. Oh, password. I forgot to hash the password, that's why. Let's go back to register. Register here we have to hash the password. So this one, let's say the password hash make the password like this. Okay, and then we gonna do the registration again. I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna remove the SMS code. This one, okay. So let's go back to register here, and we call it this. Password here. Let's just refresh. It's better. PHP design migrate refresh. Send passport. Okay, let's register. Alright, so let's check our user here. Okay, and then just go back to verify. First, let's try to log in first. I'm gonna remove this one, open it back. Remove dd here. Invalid user. This one we should check like the instead. User is not yet verified. Please verify user before to continue. Okay. Alright, so let's go back to verify here. Gonna verify. Phone number is not valid. The code is different. Let's put the code here. Okay, then log in. Oops. verify it. Is user verified? Then tt again user. User verified. Check here. False. User oh, I typo here. Okay, typo. Alright. Okay, now everything works. And then let's log in with token again. We need to set a token here. I'm gonna add the variable here. Let's say user token. Okay, and then let's go back to here and create another one. I will call it login with token. This one we don't need this header. We need the barrier token, and then user token. Okay. All right. So this one, the route is forgot again. This one, and then we test it. Call get undefined the name. Okay, it seems like I'm not extend the authenticatable on the model. So let's go back here and then extend authenticatable. Let's check here. Okay, this one. We'll import it. Okay, auto import. So let's go back here and try again. Alright, so this route is successful, and then we gonna have another route. Delete this, copy from this instead, and we call it logout. Logout is with get method logout. Okay, this one also have the token, and let's check our this one here. Okay, and then when we log out, alright, refresh this. Okay, so all of 4 route here is working. Alright, that's all for this video. Let's summarize what we have done with this very long video. We created our backend using Laravel. We created 5 endpoints API. First, register. Second, verify phone number with Twilio APIs. Third, login. Fourth, login with token. And fifth, the logout. So we are ready to implement this API to our React Native project for authentication part only. So stay tuned for this API integration. Hey, don't forget to subscribe for upcoming videos. Thank you.